It's the 12th of July 2024, and last night I was in agony again, and this morning, with this persistent burning caused by energy weapons, by what I got to be suspicious of, by the back of St Thomas Cross at Eastville in Yeovil, Somerset. Now, this burning is that intense that it's made me ill this morning. The last time it was this bad, I had to go to my dad's and stay there. And when I returned from my dad's after staying there for about a month or 6 weeks, I was accused of rape in that area when it wasn't because of that reason. The reason I went there is because I was being burnt by energy weapons. We were hitting 111 gigahertz, if that's the right thing, GZH or GHZ, which it reads on the radiation detector, the one that's broken. When I came back, it was reading 47 gigahertz, if that's what it means. And then it sort of eventually went down to 21.3 gigahertz, and I managed to stay at my place. But even at that level, it's causing intense burning. But when it reached 111 gigahertz, whatever that means, the pain was that intense in just 10 minutes that I couldn't stay in my flat, and I had to call 111. Eventually I had to get my dad to pick me up. The day my dad picked me up was the same day there was fuel tipped in the communal garden. So the burning had already happened 7 days roughly before that time, but it didn't get intense until about 4 days before my dad picked me up, and this went on for an hour and a half. We've actually reached that level again, so in the last week this burning has got much more intense again, and obviously I've had to go out early to get away from it because it's making me really ill. It's got a feeling like you've got crushing pain inside your head. You've got like cat claw scratch mark pains all across your body. You're struggling to breathe, you're out of breath. It feels like something's trying to inside your lungs, and it's like something that's driving you. It's sort of, you feel like you want to faint, you're feeling dizzy. You've got many different problems like that, and there's nothing I can do about it. So anyway, initially there's loud bites to erections, waking up, time to erections while shaving and washing my face, and then we have a couple of threats, anything from breaking in to making your life a misery to saying you've got to pay the fucking price because you're a fucking rapist and stuff like that, with stuff made up against me, which is not true on sexuality. And then obviously I'm accused of raping SADIE, which is not true. Anyway, as far as going out is concerned, it's smash him up, bust his flat. More loud bites to erections, breaking in, fucking up, said. Intense burning from possible energy weapons, as I mentioned, it keeps occurring, to a point where I have to leave my place. He keeps walking past the play school, said. Well, that's not possible to avoid, because you have to go past the play school to get anywhere. And if you go the long way around, you have to pass a primary school to get anywhere. If you go the other way around, which I think is down Lyde Road, I'm not sure if that's the right name of the road, and then go to Sherborne Road in Yeovil, then you're going to put yourself out about 3/4 of a mile to get around. Otherwise, the only direct route to go into the town or to go anywhere is past the play school, and I usually walk on the other side anyway. So initially there's 19 cell calls in my direction. That's cutting a long story short, writing all this in brief. A couple of bow whistles, dribbling wet bow whistles, a mighty van in my direction, and then there's a 20-second cell call in my direction. On the corner there's an electric scooter trying to smash into my legs, to smash my legs up. We have an FK van, followed by a dad distribution lorry, and a do you understand van. I can't help the way that's coming out, but that's the way they want to cause it to occur. A sick white and black and blue car, and then roughly 200 more, 80 to 90% set up to every single car on the road, with just a few here and there that are not rigged up in that pattern. Choked by catalytic converter set up. They've tied the ripping you to pieces paper shredder van, where he's taken the vote Lib Dems off of there now, but it did turn out that the Lib Dems did win the local election for Yeovil. 2 CES vans, white sexual car, RT Keedwell lorry, police car, choked by more catalytic converter stench. There's a specific van name that offends my dad, so I'm not going to say what the first name is. but it says something in your man van. There's a G, well, again, this is not a very good name, not to come in this order, but G-A-Y-E van. Yeah, it's not the best suggestion, but I can't help the way, you know, the government or the elite or the creator God wants to set this up. There's a yellow car, a white car, a grey, black, sick, or white, or whatever else, I can't remember what, I didn't write it all down. A BEINH van, white car, choked by catalytic converter stench, and a grey white car. Before I go into the rest of today's problems and all the other sheets, I just want to go back to the radiation problem or whatever's causing burning. So I've already mentioned the GHZ radiation detector, which I don't no longer have because that one broke. I have a nuclear radiation detector as well. You've got 0.0 or whatever as the lowest radiation signal. So it's on average is 1.4 to 0.092 or something like that. So when it comes to radiation, there is radiation, but it's not showing on high levels. However, I did not have the radiation detector back in the time period of when I had to stay at my dad's because of the intense burning, which is reoccurring at this minute in time and has been for the last 3 weeks. So if it's Peter, neighbour, that's doing it, or whether it's another neighbour that's doing it, or whether it's coming from St Thomas Cross neighbours across the back of my place, I do not know. But whatever is happening, they've been accusing me of rape, and they've been accusing me of trying to rape people in the area where my dad lives. I don't know how they know where my dad lives, but the problem is, while they're trying to burn me to death with radiation or using energy weapons, if that is the case and that's what's occurring, then obviously they're going to have to push me in that area because that's the only alternative place I can stay if this continues. So when it comes to the EMF meter, it's always flashing, it's always in the yellow and red, flashing persistently 24 hours a day, even with all the plugs and electrics switched off in my flat. Usually when the burning occurs and it's very bad, it's usually stuck on red like a switched on light, and that's on the K2 EMF meter. Since I've been back at my place, this issue hasn't been that bad until roughly June. It was around about the 9th of June I recall this increasing, but then since we come into July, this burning just goes intensely bad, and it's not just for a couple of minutes or a couple of hours and stops. It's persistent, it's being left on 24/7, and when I report it to the staff, they're not doing absolutely nothing. And when I see my psychiatrist doctor, he's saying that all this burning is caused by schizophrenia when you know it's not. When I go outside to get some fresh air like I'm doing today, because I'm going to have to stay out for quite a bit to avoid this, you get pins and needles and you start to refresh and feel like you're recovering every time you go out, or even if you're sitting in another building. This burning, it seems to only be occurring at my place, and it was the same with the eye problem that I had when I was living at Burnham-on-Sea. But last night in particular, that burning was twice as painful as it has been on other nights that I've been there. And it's also causing things to explode, like the MP3 player that exploded in the kitchen on the kitchen floor back in April, and it's also causing the computer to smoke, and also it's causing the icons to move about, or the folders to open and close on my computer or laptop or whatever you want to call it as well, which is reoccurring at this minute in time, but it hasn't really been doing that since April, which is in the early days of me coming back from staying at my dad's. So yeah, we got that problem, and I'll let you know what the rest of the issues are when it comes to today's problems or whatever with the rest of the sheets for what's to come. So we've had a grab lorry, Hellier van, 50 plus more grey sick white cars. I have to move my foot aside to get around something, so they time an overhanging trailer to rip my legs off from behind. Then there's a started car with a catalytic converter on it, which smells like a vinegary type smell. Seagull says knife dead child abuser, knife him. Seagull says ha ha ha, no one left. Reward van, Will's van, 16 cell calls at me, sneezed at, then I'm coughed at, 4 cell calls at me, and 6 texts, mostly by one person's phone, coughed at, spit talking at me, wind direction at me by spit talkers, and then a triple sneeze in my direction, another sneeze at me, a crow goes ha ha ha, timed to an erection, a bike is timed, and then a crow ha ha ha. Get on public transport and there's 14 cell calls, and then there's a bike timed to an erection, and then they're pissing about with the weather causing it to be sunny on a cloudy predicted day again. Just to recap on the CDs that got damaged from the signals in the air, or radiation or energy weapons, if it is that, these are ones that I've rebought. So I spent a load of money recently to rebuy them, which was last year, 2023. So these are cryo chamber dark ambient CDs. Well, I decided to foil them up just to keep them safe from any energy weapons that are occurring, even though they weren't happening back at that time, just as a precaution. Well, whatever this device is, or radiation devices are, or ultraviolets or whatever, it goes straight through it. It's damaged all those CDs. So Peter Ritchie, if it is that neighbour, or one of the other neighbours, or one of the neighbours at St Thomas Cross, they've just cost me 900 quid in CDs that I've had to chuck away again. So I literally don't have any CDs at all now. All the CDs in my place are broken from energy weapons. Right, so the sneaky bastard's got me off that bus. So fart smells, bowl whistles, Sun Daily van, that says Sun Daily on the side of the van, white car, 50 minutes of blue skies and sexual sunshine for the 12th of July 2024, FedEx van, purple lorry, going into labour t-shirt by a pregnant teenage woman, penis shoots up, about 5 minutes later, so I look like someone who sexually abused me as a child, tied to an erection. Someway tech van, penis up, loud bike, and bike to the next day. Train timed. A person gets off a train with a bike tied to an erection, and then I sneezed up. Black sexual car, spit talk hits my lips. Vicary's van, penis up, bike time. Police car, sick cunt, one day busting his flat. Said. Sexual car timed, 200 more cars waiting for the bus, 90% action, light blue sexual bicycle tied to an erection, a bike tied to an erection, orange, red, white, spit talk on my hair, flew on the bus, as I get off the bus, bow whistles, red sexual car, and more whistles. Right, sneeze nearest to me, spit cough hits my eye, spit flies in my face by goofy type spit talker, knife shaped van, Dorset Waste partnership, spit talking at me, 17 cell calls get on basically the bus I get off of, crystal clear van with spanners on it, FKG burn van, so it's like saying fucking burn, sweet home van, a car, sorry, sick white, black and blue sick white, grey sexual car, red, orange, grey, 2 grey, gay, that's the GAY version, started cars, spit talking in my face, Zimmer frame at me, Zimmer frame angled at me, spit talk hits my face, bicycle top, coughed at, shot he's SVEN said when that's not my name, Tilly's van, bonus a bike timed, Abri van, roughly about 700 cars, maybe a few more than that, 90% set up to every single car, choked by catalytic converter stench, and photo fails due to Christ demanding sunshine of sexual weather, failing a picture I want to take. It's not the most important, but obviously God doesn't want the picture of a whole street light basically. Right, so sex in the sun has been persistent. It's now 1 PM in the afternoon and there hasn't been a single cloud cover since I left my place. Overhanging trailer to rip my legs off from behind. Overhanging trailer to rip my legs off in general. After that, bonus a motorbike timed. Next motorbike, everyone's a pedo up there said. Penis up 2 motorbikes. 200 cars 100% set up to every single car. Kings of the Trades van, Crook and Sons van, red white car, politician top, cheering van, spit spoofing at me, unhygienic talking, CJF van, crow goes ha 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 several times in a deliberate way, coughed over, sneezed at by another person as well, three-wheel bicycle my way, time to erection, grey sexual car with lights on, lots of red sick, Crook and Sons, gun-looking car, bonus a motorbike, penis up to motorbike, sexual cars, FFS van, air van, cell calls at me, bus stops, forgot to write that bit down, I've forgotten what it is, switched on van, that's what it says on the side of it, penis up loud bike to erection, 9 times loud, bike, red white, cell call at me, sounds made to say child molester, Seagull says no one left. Right, SK lugger van, which can suggest sick lugger, Seagull says ha 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 no one left, Tilly van, penis shoots up some motorbike time straight after, spit talking over me, Rings van, penis up some motorbikes, wet cough, hits the back of my hand, dumper truck at me, spit talking over me, bike, timed, white car, Zimmer frame angled at me, Justin Langford is a pervert music, then a Zimmer frame timed, then angled and twisted up me, spit talking hits my hair, loads of black and blue sick white cars, catalytic converter stench, bonus a motorbike, there's a new van name that I've not seen before, it says Mike's Hot, obviously it's not making a suggestion as such, obviously Mike is my father, but it says Mike's Hot. The reason I left my place, obviously, I wonder whether they're trying to make another suggestion, but I've been burning because of energy weapons, and this is the reason I'm at the place I'm at today, because I've had to avoid my place due to this burning, and I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to be making it back to my place tonight, because I'm actually in pain, and I might have to just relax where I am for the day, and think of some other idea what to do. But the likelihood is I should be able to make it back, because I'm quite a way away, you see. I've done a trip out on public transport. So a van reverses on me at a path, backing up me. Seagull says shag gag. Life's gone, said by Seagull I think. So Itchy bum home, obviously loud bike issue. Cell calls at me, another 15 cell calls at me, and 12 loud bikes time to an erection. Sudden shooting penis, a 10 times loud bike, train covers hit over, motorbikes, so same again, lose bus pass but eventually find it. More bikes, more bike issues, coughed over, there's a flu and sore throat on the bus, someone hums on the bus to apply to have they have flu, cross due to sweeping dust off the floor being occurring, sneezed at black and blue cars, forced into a lady with a buggy, 2 sneezes at me, Seagull says stuff I can't mention, and something else as well, drains hit, soaking wet due to hot sunny weather, itchy asshole, so bike from behind, crow fuck you or whatever, and saying you molested, a specific name I can't say name either. Back goes catalytic converter set up while setting up a tent. I've had to buy a tent because I'm feeling very ill from burning, so it's not actually a camping trip that I'm doing out of leisure, though I will turn it into a leisure trip obviously, but the point of this is because the burning's so intense, I can't stay at my place, and the other problem we got is I need a break from it because it could be dangerous. That's the problem, you see. The intensity last night was extreme, I mean really extreme. The burning I woke up with, whether it's caused or whatever, it was really, really bad, and for safety reasons, now and again you just have to stay away. But I can't go to my dad, you see, because my sleeping pattern's the reverse end of the clock, so they get up at 6 AM something, and sometimes I don't go to bed until that time nearly, so it's not convenient. Then I get headaches, then I get migraines, then I get irritable, and all that sort of thing. So this is why I've had to plan the camping trip as an alternative. So I've got to let the staff know so that no one breaks in my place to try and steal my stuff. though there is CCTV cameras, and while they're in operation, someone to do that would be very stupid anyway. But I don't really have much at my place, but you know, there is sentimental value things, if you get what I'm saying. So not worth much in money, but it's the other side. So, you know, I'll leave it there on that section. Cofter, bonus, a motorbike, more bikes, reversing catalytic converter, where the tent is, choked by catalyst, choking catalyst, black and blue, drain covers hit over, coughed over, bonus, a motorbike, fart smell on the bus, get off the bus, red, bikes, circle, car starts next to me, reversing cars, spit talk goes in my eye, phone rings at me, DX, 17 cell calls at me, more bikes to a stretch, white, car and DX van, and then DX van again after a motorbike. Child molested, dead meat back, said back goes catalytic converter, torrential rainstorm for 6 minutes and sunshine again. Rough people fuck up my plans to go for a walk, and I'm forced to turn around and come back. Shot dead, no one left, child molester said. 8 times loud bike time to a stretch. Sick shouted, yeah, sick cunt, punch him up, said. He's a child molester, said. Sick cunt, she's only 35, started car, back goes second car, cell call at me, 2 more cell calls and 8 cell calls at me, 2 bikes, farted up, sick said, penis up motorbike 4 times more. Rough people at me, black, red, cell call, spit talk over me, cell call at me, bonus of motorbikes, 20 more roughly, and 200 cars, roughly 98% set up, apart from about 4 cars I think it is in that 200. Penis up, so loud bike, to itchy bum holes, some motorbikes, knife him, timed, knife him said, sorry, and time to an erection, sorry, motorbike revs, knife him, and time to an erection. Crow fuck, I can't say the word, seagull says sex, bonus of motorbike time, seagull ha ha ha, lost your life, you child abuser. Crow says pervert Justin, knife you dead Justin, no one left. Crow says burn, seagull says loner, ha ha ha. Right, this is the exciting page. Right, so firstly it's grey sexual car, coughed over. All this time breaking in music, shot, I've lost that. The setups were too heavy for me to state what I needed to state back at the time, so I've got to do it now. I've just eaten my chips, better to struggle eating them, I'll give you the story in a minute. It's a grey sexual car, coughed over, and all this time break-in music plays in the shop. It also has a track that comes on straight after saying burning, 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 and it's a female group, it's modern music, modern rubbish. Anyway, not really many setups walking out the shop, just a few cars, a couple of bikes to erections. When I go to the chip shop, I get served and there's spit talking, so I have to put up with the spit talking initially. And then obviously when I move away, I move to the back. 2 people walk in the chip shop, this woman goes, a real hard sneeze like that. A real wet sneeze right in my face. It gets better because the second person that walks in, when I try to move away, but I can't because the chip shop's pretty busy, means the next person has to do exactly the same right in my face. So I can't get the water out to wash my face because I'm in a situation where I'm waiting for the chips. So I would wait next to the door, let them go through and wait by the door. As I do that, some bloke decides to stand right fucking next to me, then he decides to fucking sneeze over me. He puts his hand in front of his mouth, but the spit from the cough, there's a cough type sneeze, lands on me. And it gets better. When I'm being served for the chips, spit talking all over the chips, and obviously she's not wearing a mask, so this is why I have to be careful when I'm eating the sausage and chips that I bought. Right, so the next problem is Willie up, so bike up me as I walk out the chip shop. Oh, I forgot about that. There's 4 other bikes, they just occurred with a flashing light before I walked out the chip shop. Then a motorbike tied to an erection with a light on, car with 1 light out at me, another bike tied to an erection, same again, and then a Zimmer frame timed at me only. The next sheet, Then sex car, Seagull says break your teeth, knife you dead, yeah. Seagull says robbery busting in, ha ha ha. Choked by catalytic converter set up. Then a car almost hits me to go onto the path before reversing back at me. A Seagull says ha ha ha, isn't anybody, and then saying being knifed, dead. 3 cars and 1 van reverse at me on the camping site, so I rearranged my direction. With a loud bike issue, and a loud bike issue timed. Black and blue, white, blue sexual, white. Crow says paedophile just. A bird sound as to say molested Sadie. Bird sound to say molested Sadie. Being knifed. Blue sexual timed, and dark green sexual timed. I've been lying on a rock for about 40 minutes because I've got a very bad headache. But I've had to leave because firstly Penis shoots at motorbike revs Lisa Justin. Motorbike revs dead just, child molester having a break-in. SVEN shot dead, blind him with Tron. Molested Sadie said, as I try to avoid a torrential rainstorm coming, which hasn't reached me at the moment. Apart from that, it's been sexual sunny weather right through the whole day, apart from 3 rainstorms, and most of those rainstorms only lasted a few minutes, and 2 of those were torrential, but I managed to keep myself dry in the process of when they were passing. Right, so someone takes a photo of me because they say this. No, I got him. Gonna get someone to shoot him, said. So a Seagull says sex, but I can't say the name of the person that the Seagull is telling me to have sex with. Shoot you dead, fucking child molester. I can't remember if that's a threat or whether it's by a Seagull. Seagull says ha ha ha, you fucked Amy Weston when I've never had sex with Amy Weston. Sick colour car. Packed the traffic on the road, 4 times heavier than it's ever been before on any visit or any camping trip I've done at the place I'm at the moment. Right, bonus earn bike revs, no one left, sick cunt, raid his place. Right, so the government want to play, it's time to get busy, murder, jars, murder, jars, but the government are fucked up, the government are screwed, the fucking government are absolutely fucking satanic, nasty, vicious, fucking eye-saxing, fucking satanic, blood-curdling bastards. Right, so firstly they need to curse a Seagull to say child rapist, stuff's gone. Can't go to the camping site where the tent is due to the negative behaviour. Then Brain shot dead just said, I don't know how this person knows me, this person hasn't got a fucking clue who I was, but he said my name's been chipped, or he's a fucking reptilian hybrid fucking race and wants to be fucking dead. Right, Penis up's a loud bike. I look like someone who sexually abused me as a child tied to an erection. Bow whistles, smash you in child rapist, having a fucking break-in said by someone I've never seen before. Robbery, sick cunt, having a fucking break-in said, and photo taken a Misa from someone's house, someone I've never seen before. Being shot dead, weird cunt, sick as fuck, paedophile, dead just said, dead said. Yeah, I'm putting all fucking people, all fucking setups in my fucking direction. Someone signed watches me piss. That is cursed as well, and then obviously that car is cursed at me. Right, it's a person to pick up the, I'm choked by the catalyst, nothing I could do about it. But the person who saw me piss is being picked up in the car that comes down with a boyfriend, with a rough boyfriend in the car, basically. Taking into account it's 10:30 at night, all this fucking shit's going on. The government are really fucking slamming it at me.
Really, I think overall actually I carried them throughout.
Right, I've just discovered I've lost 2 pieces of paper which contain stuff that I've already mentioned, and I'm not a very happy person about it. I can't find it, and I don't want to go back and cause trouble by walking past, so because it'll only cause rows, because there's rows being mistaken identity and people start for no reason. If I go back in that direction it'll just cause more shit, so I'm not very fucking happy with the creator god. Sexual slaughter bastard. Right, so it's 4 AM in the morning. I didn't get very good sleep. However, the people on the camping site were behaving very well, considering last time. But outside the camping site, or going wherever, it was threat upon threat, and it's been very, very nasty. It appears to me that the burning problem that's occurring at my place is likely to be caused. I can't guarantee this at this minute in time, but the times it occurs and the type of burning that's occurring seems to be at times. So I just wanted to sort of test it while having a drink. So I was drinking earlier than usual, and I went bed earlier because I had a migraine. And I did notice that while I was drinking I was getting no burning, so it's not caused by drinking. And also the ease of the burning from where the burning was occurring when I was at my place is every single day, 24/7. And this is the reason I had to camp, because every now and again it gets overwhelming to a point where it's getting dangerous, to a point where you could end up in hospital, or you could end up in serious health issues, or even death. And it's come to that again. But obviously Peter RITCHIE, if he is doing it, or if one of the other neighbours are doing it, they're not taking into account that this could take my life. But whatever it is, whether it is being caused by him, or whether it's not being caused by him, whether it's being caused by someone else, or whether it's just something wrong with my body that's a serious concern, I do not know. But whatever it is, last night was that bad that it put me in a situation where I would, if I stayed there tonight, I would have either been in hospital, or I'd be in a very serious, life-threatening way. This feeling was, this is like, I don't know what it is, but this is the worst as I've ever known it, even when I was staying at my dad's. But the problem is, as I mentioned, I can't stay at my dad's because he gets up at the time I go to bed, basically, which is the reverse side of the clock. And when that occurs, I end up getting temper changes, I end up getting more moody, more stroppy, and I can get quite upset about it. And it was also in that time period where I did that documentary which the support worker moaned about, and where she wanted the home treatment team to come and visit me, to medicate me, after I lost my temper in the middle of nowhere, shouting out to God in that thunderstorm at the late end of March. It might have been the 28th of March, I can't remember when it was, but it was in late March, as soon as I returned back from my dad's, when I was in a wrong sleeping pattern, and being in this wrong situation, and wrong whatever, it goes against my natural time, or my body's own time defence, or whatever you want to call it. And when you're violating your own body by changing your time to something that you shouldn't be doing, you know, that's probably what did it. But there was a lot of other trouble as well, mind, in that time period. And obviously the burning was the main cause. The burning's been the cause of why I had to move to Yeovil, but it was done in a different way. It was sort of done with the eyes. And even the burning that occurs at my place is affecting the eyes. But it's not the same type of pain, but it does affect the eyes. Either way, I'll leave it there. There's been quite a lot of problems actually regarding this specific camping trip, because it wasn't a plan to go into a camping trip, but I fell ill. That's the problem. Where the burning was so bad the previous night, I went out and I fell ill, and I felt like I wasn't going to be well enough to get back. So I decided to purchase a tent, and then I sat in the graveyard for a bit because I was feeling really ill, and I was lying down in the graveyard, even though that it was quite busy and people were walking about, because the burning was causing a lot of trouble, making me very, very ill. I mean, I was ill last night but throughout the day what happened is whatever was being pumped through me, or whatever, or whether it's a natural body's cause, I do not know, but whatever it is, it did eventually start to go, and I started to get pins and needles as this burning was going. It was like a refreshing sort of feeling, and obviously overnight camping, the burning's gone completely, near enough. You know, you feel like you're definitely refreshed. You're 80% better, 70% better. But whatever's caused it, if it is being caused by something, it takes a long time to go. It doesn't go straight away. It's like it's in your body and it can't get out of the system that fast. So yeah, I'm not very happy about it. So obviously I had to buy a tent because I wasn't sure whether I was going to be well enough to go back. Come 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, I couldn't really do much, and then obviously from that time I started to recover slightly, and then obviously it's also the worstest camping trip in this area that I've done. I mean, I've done many camping trips, but they're getting worse by the year. They're getting nastier, and this is the worst one I've done down in this area that I'm at the moment. You're looking at 70 people starting on me, 20 people that have photographed me, most people mistaking me as SVEN. Most of it's sexual, most of it's to knife you down, most of it's to shoot you dead, and most of it's to give you a load of cheek about it, and to put their fucking words at you in a way where they're digging at you in a far-fetched way, in a way to get your fucking temper going, because they want to say they're fucking right, we're fucking right, we know what you've done, we want you fucking dead, and then fucking getting nasty, and also accusing me of raping children that have the same name as people that raped me as a child, and digging and making it fucking clear that you're paying for it and you're fucking being ripped to fucking pieces and whatever, and that's what's pissed me off. So no, I haven't enjoyed it, and it's definitely not a place that I'd come back to again. But when I came here in the past, it was definitely a different atmosphere. There was threats, there was trouble, but this time the threats went over a little bit more than what they did on previous times that I've come to this place, or other places in fact. However, the September trip to Barrow Sand Dunes, Burnham-on-Sea, and to Cliff Woodland, you're looking at record-breaking threats, you know, forever. And it's the worst camping trip I did in the heat wave of 2023, because I couldn't stay at my place because it's 34 degrees Celsius indoors, overnight temperature, and you had the windows open and it wasn't making any difference to the temperature. But obviously the council are not very quick to move people on the banding system, so they seem to be more concentrated on single mothers that are under the age of 25, or teenage single mothers, and people that are in a relationship that are working, or homeless but in a job, but you have to be in a job of a certain type of job that pays a certain amount of money, and you know, all this sort of stuff. So it's very awkward with the council. They always tend to do that. I mean, when it comes to an old granny that needs a say a place without stairs because she can't get up the stairs or whatever, that's not prioritised anymore. A single mother as a teenager gets the highest priority out of everybody on the home finder thing. But anyway, let's just skip that at the moment. So obviously I'm waiting for the 5 AM bus, and then obviously I'm going to have to pay for this. Obviously I'm going to take trips and I'm going to go back, and then obviously I'm going to go to bed because I haven't had much sleep. It was about 2 hours sleep, that's all I've had. However, I haven't had any burning or any problems like that, so whatever's causing it is likely to be caused deliberately, and I'm not very happy about it, but there is nothing I can do about it. You know, it could be a sly way where Peter wants to actually try and commit murder on me, but in a disguised way where he's doing it in that sort of way. There could be many things. It might be someone from the back that's doing it, but whatever's causing it, it does feel like it's coming from under the floor though. The burning sensation's coming under the floor, so whether it's being beamed up from someone else. I mean, you've got Grace and you've got Shannon, but there shouldn't be any reason. I mean, they do mistake me as SVEN or Liam or whatever, and they think I'm a guitarist and all the rest of it, and they're threatening to, you know, destroy my life or whatever. But I've showed ID that goes back to 1997, and obviously that's not taken into account either. It's the original recoil, you know, McCoy, sorry, not a copied piece, you know, it's the original whatever. But regardless to all that, people in that building where I live have always mistaken me as SVEN, and even, you know, staff have not sort of been right with me in the early days of when I first moved there. But you know, that's that. Right, I'm going to skip the first because of where I am, and that's part of last night's, incidentally, on the same sheet. Seagull says shot dead fruitcake. Right, sneezes and flu on the bus to start at 5:30 AM. Then the bus is packed completely, top to bottom, at 5:36 AM. Cough types sneezes, and then the second has to do that, the nearest to me. Then there's another cough, which is the third nearest to... no, the third cough hits me on the lips, so sorry. Phlegm coughing. More spit coughing where I am. Sunseeker van and Sunseeker lorry. One specific person needs to sneeze 17 times initially, who's not very well, who's ill, followed by reaching 24 and then 26 sneezes by the time I get off the bus. Black red car, grey sexual car, hard gush of wet sneeze all over me, nearly, and 2 sneezes as I get off the bus in my direction, and a car with a Welsh flag on it, waving on the sort of side of the car. The actual traffic on the road's dead, but the people on the bus is packed, so that's that. Sunrise is at sunrise is roughly 6:30. Shot dead said, that's SVEN liar, that's SVEN's knifing said. Fucking knifing shouldn't be here. Seagull says Graves, penis up loud bike, and now I've returned into Yeovil. You've got the regular setups like black and blue sexual. We've had the first 300 vehicles to start with in the first 5 minutes. Right, we're looking at excessive setups. So there's basically green sexual car with one light out, loads of black and blue, sick white man with a gun picture on the side of it on a van, CJ Cox van, bike only, bike upright, one car roof to erection, drain smashed over, timed as I pass a drain cover, blue sexual car with light on, and roughly another 200 cars on top of the 300 I mentioned, which is very heavy. I mean, it's only 7:30 AM, and it's record breaking actually for a Saturday for this time in the morning. Been back for less than 5 minutes. Burning. Right, so I've caught up on some sleep. So firstly, your neighbour bangs Sadie. Sick salad just said. Smash her in just car has hit Justin. Johnny Justin said. Not very safe Justin said. Smash you in Justin pervert. And 4 hours of intense burning right across my whole body, as bad as what it was before I left to get out of this situation for 20 hours. Dying of burning, not very safe Justin said. Mental case just said. Right, so her penis goes up, and to cut a long story short, they've timed loads of loud bikes, mostly 8 times loud bikes, timed to wanking and coming into erections and impulses or whatever else. Right, also, Peter's got Matty's energy weapon said. It wasn't Reese, Trevor Lyon said, or Trevor Lyon. Stole Sam's bike said, when that's nothing to do with me. Peter bangs molested Sadie, busting his face, and that seems to be the regular, repeated busting in banging that's occurring, and it's been occurring about 200 times in the time period I've been awake since I've been back. So, smashing, bloody life's gone fucking psychopath, said. Next motorbike, wanking, second, saw Sam's bike again, push bike, said again, fart smells, and then obviously we're repeating scenario of bangs to say you molested Sadie, Justin, you're having a break-in, I'm going to burn you to death with energy weapons. So, yeah, I haven't been here for 20 hours, and when I came back, apart from dropping my bags off, because obviously, as you already know, I had to camp out, which didn't really turn into a camping trip as such, because of the burning. It made me ill, too ill to go back, where whatever's causing it, but you can't do nothing about it. These people are brainless, stupid bastards, so I'm in the, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. But I'm going to cut the recording there. That gives you the idea of the last just over 24 hours. So roughly, what's it now? It's about 28 hours, this recording from start to finish. And then obviously there's going to be a new one from today onwards. Right, just to repeat, might as well say this just before I put a recording on the internet. Just to repeat, Justin breaking in molested Sadie, dead meat Justin, just repeatedly banging in that sort of way.